The human body, a journey within. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Tonight, we're going on a gentle journey through the most remarkable place you'll ever explore, your own body. Let yourself relax as we discover the quiet wonders happening inside you right now, in this very moment. As you settle into comfort, consider this: you are made of stardust. Every atom in your body, the carbon in your muscles, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, was forged billions of years ago in the heart of a dying star. You are, quite literally, the universe experiencing itself. And what a universe you contain! Right now, as you listen to these words, your body hosts approximately 37.2 trillion cells. That's trillion, with a T, more cells than there are stars in our galaxy. Each one a tiny world unto itself, working in perfect harmony with all the others, keeping you alive without you ever having to think about it. Let's begin where you begin each day, with your breath. Feel the air moving in and out. Your lungs are architectural marvels, containing about 300 million tiny air sacs called alveoli. If you could unfold them and spread them flat, they would cover an area roughly the size of a tennis court, all tucked neatly inside your chest. With each peaceful breath you take, oxygen molecules cross this vast internal landscape, slipping into your bloodstream to fuel every cell in your body. That blood is quite remarkable too. In this moment, your heart is pumping about 5 liters of it through a network of blood vessels so extensive that if you laid them end to end, they would stretch for 60,000 miles, enough to circle the Earth more than twice. And your heart does this tirelessly, beating around 100,000 times each day, every day, for your entire life. It began beating when you were just 4 weeks old in your mother's womb, and it hasn't stopped since. As you relax deeper, notice your hands resting comfortably. The human hand is a masterpiece of evolution, containing 27 bones, 29 joints, and at least 123 named ligaments. But here's something extraordinary. Your fingertips are so sensitive that if your fingers were the size of the Earth, you could feel the difference between a house and a car. The nerve endings packed into each fingertip allow you to detect vibrations and textures with astonishing precision. It's why a gentle touch can be so soothing, so grounding. Speaking of touch, your skin, the largest organ of your body, weighs about 8 pounds and covers approximately 22 square feet. It's your first line of defense, your boundary with the world, and it's constantly renewing itself. In fact, you shed about 30,000 to 40,000 dead skin cells every single minute. That means in the time you've been listening to this, you've already shed hundreds of thousands of cells, making way for fresh new ones. You are always becoming new. And beneath that skin, supporting everything, is your skeleton. You were born with about 270 bones, but as you grew, some fused together, leaving you with 206 bones as an adult. These aren't just rigid supports, they're living tissue, constantly rebuilding themselves. Your skeleton completely renews itself roughly every 10 years. The you of a decade ago, in a very real sense, no longer exists. You are perpetually reborn. Let your jaw relax now, releasing any tension you might be holding there. That simple action involves some of the strongest muscles in your body. The masseter muscle in your jaw can exert a force of up to 200 pounds on your molars, though of course, you'd never want to bite down that hard. It's just another reminder of the incredible strength contained within you, even in the quietest moments. As we close this first part of our journey, take one more deep, satisfying breath. Your body is working right now in ways you'll never fully comprehend, trillions of chemical reactions occurring each second, all coordinated in an elegant dance of life. You are a walking miracle, a testament to billions of years of evolution, and yet you're here, simply being, existing in this peaceful moment. Let that be enough. Let yourself be enough. And as we continue deeper into the night, know that there are so many more wonders waiting to be discovered. Rest easily now, and let's travel deeper into the quiet wonder of you. Your brain, nestled safely in the darkness of your skull, weighs only about 3 pounds, roughly the weight of a small cantaloupe. Yet this remarkable organ contains approximately 86 billion neurons, each one connecting to thousands of others, creating a network so complex that it makes the internet look simple by comparison. And here's something beautiful. Your brain generates about 12 to 25 watts of electricity while you're awake, enough to power a small LED light. You are, quite literally, a beacon of thought and consciousness. As you lie here in stillness, your brain is actually working harder in some ways than when you're moving about during the day. It uses about 20% of your body's total oxygen and calories, despite being only 2% of your body weight. It's a hungry organ, this magnificent command center of yours, and right now, even as you relax, it's processing these words, creating meaning, painting pictures in your mind's eye. Let's drift now to something miraculous, your eyes. When they're open, they can distinguish approximately 10 million different colors. But even more astounding, your eyes can detect a single photon of light, the smallest possible particle of light that exists. In complete darkness, if someone lit a candle 1.6 miles away, your eyes could see it. They are windows not just to your soul, but to the vast spectrum of visible reality around you. And when you blink, which you do about 15 to 20 times per minute when awake, each blink takes only 1/10 of a second. Yet in your lifetime, you'll spend approximately 1 full year with your eyes closed just from blinking alone. A year of tiny moments of darkness, giving your eyes rest, keeping them moist and protected. Even in the smallest gestures, your body takes care of you. Now, become aware of your breathing again, slow and rhythmic. Here's something wondrous. You take about 20,000 breaths each day, and your nose is capable of remembering approximately 50,000 different scents. Smell is your oldest sense, connected directly to the parts of your brain that process emotion and memory. This is why a particular fragrance can transport you instantly to childhood, or why the scent of someone you love can bring such comfort. Your nose holds the keys to your past, unlocking memories with each gentle breath. Feel your tongue resting softly in your mouth. This muscular organ is home to roughly 10,000 taste buds, and each one contains between 50 and 100 taste receptor cells. But here's what's remarkable. These taste buds have a lifespan of only about 10 to 14 days. You're constantly growing new ones, which is why your sense of taste can change over time, and why you might suddenly enjoy foods you once disliked. Your palate, like everything else, is always evolving. Turn your attention now to your ears, resting against your pillow. The smallest bone in your entire body, the stapes, or stirrup bone, lives deep inside your ear. It's only 2.8 millimeters long, about the size of a grain of rice. Yet this tiny bone is essential for transmitting sound vibrations to your inner ear. and your ears never stop working. Even now, as you rest, they're alert, monitoring your environment, ready to wake you if needed. They are your faithful sentinels, keeping watch while you dream. Your hearing is so refined that you can detect sounds across a frequency range from 20 to 20,000 hertz. You can tell where a sound is coming from within just a few degrees, and you can recognize thousands of different voices and sounds. But perhaps most beautifully, your ears also house your sense of balance. Inside those delicate structures are fluid-filled canals that tell your brain exactly where you are in space, allowing you to stand, walk, dance, and move through the world with grace. Consider now your voice, that unique signature of sound that belongs only to you. Your vocal cords, two small bands of muscle tissue in your larynx, vibrate between 100 and 1,000 times per second when you speak or sing. No two voices are exactly alike, not even identical twins share the same voice. Your voice is as unique as your fingerprint, a sonic representation of who you are. And when you're silent, as you are now, your body speaks in other ways. Your stomach, for instance, produces a new layer of mucus every 2 weeks to protect itself from its own digestive acids, which are strong enough to dissolve metal. Yet this remarkable organ manages not to digest itself, maintaining a perfect balance of power and protection. Even your digestive system, often taken for granted, is performing quiet miracles every single day. Let yourself sink deeper into comfort. You are a symphony of perfectly timed processes, a collection of impossibilities made possible. From the tiniest bone in your ear to the billions of neurons firing in your brain, everything is working together in this moment to keep you here, alive, breathing, being. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. Your body knows how to exist, how to rest, how to heal. Trust it now, as it has trusted you all along. The journey continues, gentle and slow, through the night. Breathe softly now, and let's continue our peaceful exploration of the extraordinary vessel that carries you through life. Think for a moment about your hair. Each strand growing from your scalp is remarkably strong. A single hair can support up to 100 grams in weight, about the weight of 2 full-sized candy bars. And if you were to weave all the hair on your head into a rope, it could theoretically support the weight of 2 elephants. You have between 80,000 and 120,000 hairs on your head, each one a tiny thread of strength, each one growing about 6 inches per year in cycles of growth and rest, just like the seasons. Beneath your scalp, something even more fascinating occurs. Your body produces approximately 25 million new cells every single second. In the time it takes you to take one deep, restful breath, about 5 seconds, your body has created over 125 million new cells. You are not just alive, you are constantly being reborn at a cellular level, a continuous act of creation happening without any conscious effort on your part. Now, bring your awareness to your stomach, that gentle curve of your midsection. Your stomach can hold about 1.5 liters of material comfortably, but it's remarkably elastic and can expand to hold up to 4 liters when needed, roughly the size of a large balloon. But here's what's truly intriguing: when you blush from embarrassment, the lining of your stomach blushes too. The same rush of blood that colors your cheeks also floods the delicate tissues of your digestive system. Your emotions are not just in your mind, they ripple through your entire body. Following that thought, let's travel through your digestive system, a winding pathway of transformation. Your small intestine, despite its name, is actually about 20 feet long in adults, coiled efficiently in your abdomen. If you could see it stretched out, it would be taller than most houses. This lengthy tube is lined with millions of tiny finger-like projections called villi, and if you could flatten them all out, They would cover an area about the size of a tennis court, the same area as your lungs. Your body loves this pattern of creating vast surface areas within small spaces, maximizing efficiency in the limited space of your body. And here's something that might surprise you: you share your body with trillions of other living organisms. Your gut alone contains more bacterial cells than you have human cells in your entire body, roughly 39 trillion bacteria compared to your 37 trillion human cells. But don't let this alarm you. These microorganisms are your partners, your allies. They help you digest food, produce vitamins, and protect you from harmful invaders. You are not just one organism, you are an entire ecosystem, a walking world of cooperation and symbiosis. Let your shoulders drop, releasing any lingering tension. Your muscles are worth contemplating in this moment of rest. The strongest muscle in your body, relative to its size, is actually your masseter, your jaw muscle, which we mentioned earlier. But the largest muscle is your gluteus maximus, the muscle that forms your buttocks. It's the muscle that allows you to stand upright, walk, run, and climb. Humans are the only primates with such large gluteal muscles, a gift from our evolution into upright walkers. This muscle is part of what makes you distinctly human. Speaking of being human, consider your DNA, that elegant spiral staircase of information coiled inside every cell of your body. If you could unwind the DNA from just one cell and stretch it out, it would be about 6 feet long. Now, if you could take the DNA from all 37 trillion cells in your body and lay it end to end, it would stretch from the Earth to the Sun and back more than 300 times. You contain light years of information within you, a blueprint so complex and so precise that it defines everything from the color of your eyes to the way you smile. Now, think about your liver, quietly working in the upper right side of your abdomen. This remarkable organ performs over 500 different functions, filtering toxins, producing bile, storing vitamins, and regulating blood sugar. It's the only organ in your body that can regenerate itself. If you were to donate a portion of your liver, it would grow back to its full size in a matter of months, and the recipient's portion would grow to the size they need as well. This power of renewal, this capacity for regrowth, is extraordinary, a built-in healing system, always ready to restore you. Your liver weighs about 3 pounds, the same as your brain, and it processes about 1.4 liters of blood every minute. As you rest here, your liver is working tirelessly, cleaning your blood, preparing nutrients, and protecting you from harm. It asks nothing in return, expects no thanks, simply continues its work in the darkness of your body, day after day, night after night. And let's not forget your kidneys, those 2 bean-shaped organs nestled against your back muscles. Each kidney contains about 1 million filtering units called nephrons, and together, they filter approximately 200 liters of blood each day. That's about 50 gallons. From this vast amount, they carefully extract waste while returning everything valuable back to your bloodstream. Every day, your kidneys filter the equivalent of a full bathtub of blood, keeping your internal environment balanced and clean. Settle deeper now into this awareness of your body's quiet intelligence. While you rest, while you sleep, while you dream, thousands of processes continue without pause. You are a marvel of automation, of biological wisdom accumulated over millions of years of evolution. Your body knows how to be, knows how to heal, knows how to renew itself cell by cell, breath by breath, heartbeat by heartbeat. Let this knowledge comfort you. You are more resilient than you know, more capable than you imagine. Your body has survived every difficult day you've ever had, and it's here with you now, in this moment of peace. Rest in that truth. Rest in the miracle of your own existence. The journey continues, soft and eternal, through the peaceful night. Let the stillness embrace you now as we drift deeper into the quiet mysteries within. Your heart, that tireless companion, deserves our attention once more. This fist-sized muscle will beat approximately 2.5 billion times over the course of an average lifetime. 2.5 billion contractions, each one a commitment to your life, each one a promise kept. And the rhythm it creates is so uniquely yours that, like your fingerprint or your voice, your heartbeat can be used to identify you. The pattern of your heart is a signature written in electricity and motion, a song that has played since before you were born. Within that flowing blood, there are wonders beyond counting. A single drop of your blood, just one tiny drop, contains approximately 250 million red blood cells. These cells are shaped like little donuts without holes, perfectly designed to carry oxygen through even your smallest blood vessels. And they're fast travelers too. A red blood cell can complete a full circuit through your entire body in just 20 seconds. In the time you've been listening to this paragraph, your blood has journeyed through your body multiple times, delivering oxygen, collecting waste, maintaining balance. Your red blood cells have a lifespan of about 120 days, and then they're replaced. Your body produces approximately 2 million new red blood cells every single second, 2 million in a second, 120 million in a minute. Right now, as you rest peacefully, your bone marrow is manufacturing millions of new cells, preparing for the future, ensuring you'll have fresh blood coursing through you tomorrow and the day after. Now, let's visit your bones once more, but from a different perspective. Your bones are not the dry, lifeless structures we often imagine. They're living tissue, rich with blood vessels and nerves. And they're surprisingly light. If all your bones were made of solid steel, you'd weigh about 5 times more than you do. Yet despite being lightweight, your bones are incredibly strong. Bone is actually stronger than steel pound for pound. A piece of bone the size of a matchbox can support 9 tons of weight, about 4 times the strength of concrete. Hidden within those strong bones is one of your body's most precious treasures, your bone marrow. This soft, spongy tissue produces not just red blood cells, but also white blood cells and platelets. Your bone marrow is essentially a factory running day and night, creating the elements of your blood, your immune system, your ability to heal from injury. It's working right now, in the quiet darkness inside your bones, sustaining your life in ways you'll never see or feel. Let your attention drift now to your immune system, that invisible army protecting you every moment. Your body produces about 100 billion white blood cells every single day. These cells patrol your bloodstream like microscopic guardians, seeking out invaders, remembering past threats, coordinating defenses. Some of these cells can live for only a few hours, others remember infections from decades ago. Your immune system has a memory longer than your conscious mind, holding information about every illness you've ever fought, every battle you've ever won. Think about your temperature now, the warmth of your body beneath the covers. Your normal body temperature hovers around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, but did you know that this temperature actually fluctuates throughout the day? It's lowest in the early morning, around 4 or 5 a.m., and highest in the late afternoon. Your body runs on circadian rhythms, internal clocks that synchronize thousands of processes to the cycle of day and night. Even your cells know what time it is. And speaking of temperature, consider this remarkable fact: your body generates heat through metabolism, producing about the same amount of warmth as a 100-watt light bulb. This is why a room full of people gets warmer. Each person is a small furnace, burning calories to maintain that perfect internal temperature. Right now, you're glowing with energy, radiating warmth into the cool night air, a tiny star in the darkness. Your muscles, even at rest, are part of this heat generation. You have over 600 muscles in your body, making up roughly 40% of your total body weight. These muscles aren't just for movement, they're also for maintaining your temperature and posture. Even now, as you lie still, hundreds of tiny muscular adjustments are being made to keep you comfortable, to prevent pressure sores, to maintain circulation. Your body is never truly still, it's always dancing, always adjusting, always caring for itself. Consider your tongue again for a moment, that remarkable muscle we touched on earlier. But here's a new truth. Your tongue is actually the only muscle in your body that works without any support from the skeleton. It's a hydrostat, like an elephant's trunk or an octopus's tentacle, achieving its shape and movement entirely through the clever arrangement of muscle fibers in different directions. It's strong enough to shape words, gentle enough to taste the subtle sweetness of fruit, and flexible enough to help you swallow thousands of times each day without you ever thinking about it. And when you do swallow, your body performs a carefully choreographed sequence. Your tongue pushes food backward, triggering a reflex that closes off your windpipe with a small flap called the epiglottis, a perfect closing that happens in milliseconds, every single time, protecting your lungs from food and liquid. You've swallowed hundreds of thousands of times in your life, and this tiny guardian has closed hundreds of thousands of times, never failing, never forgotten. Even in the simplest acts, there is profound precision. Let yourself melt further into relaxation now. Your body is a composition of countless small miracles, working in harmony, creating the symphony of your existence. From the marrow deep in your bones to the muscles moving with every breath, from the blood cells racing through your veins to the immune cells standing guard, everything is working for you, protecting you, sustaining you. You are held together by wisdom older than language, by processes perfected over eons. You don't need to understand it all, control it all, or even think about it all. Your body knows. It has always known. Trust it now. Surrender to its ancient intelligence. Let it carry you gently into dreams. The night deepens, and so does your rest. Sink deeper now, into the softness of this moment, as we explore further the quiet wonders of your being. Let's return to your brain, that 3-pound universe we visited earlier, but now to discover something new. Your brain never truly rests, even in sleep. In fact, your brain is more active during REM sleep, when you dream, than when you're awake. During these dream states, your brain is processing memories, consolidating learning, solving problems that stumped you during the day. The dreams that will visit you tonight aren't random, they're your brain's way of organizing the day's experiences, making sense of emotions, preparing you for tomorrow. Sleep is not an absence of activity but a different kind of work, a maintenance cycle for your mind. And here's something extraordinary about how your brain processes information. Nerve impulses travel to and from your brain at speeds up to 250 miles per hour. That's faster than a Formula One race car. When you touch something hot and jerk your hand away, that signal travels from your finger to your brain and back again in just a fraction of a second. Your nervous system is a communication network of astonishing speed, keeping you safe, keeping you aware, connecting every inch of your body to the command center in your skull. Your brain also has a remarkable quality: it feels no pain itself. Despite being the organ that processes all pain signals from your body, the brain has no pain receptors of its own. This is why brain surgery can sometimes be performed on conscious patients. The brain that allows you to feel everything feels nothing itself. It is the silent observer, the interpreter of sensation, forever experiencing the world secondhand through your nerves and senses. Now, let your awareness drift to your eyes once more, those windows we spoke of earlier. Here's something beautiful: your eyes began developing just 2 weeks after you were conceived. By the time you were born, they were almost fully grown, about 75% of their adult size. This is why babies have such large, expressive eyes relative to their faces. Unlike most of your body, which grew tremendously from infancy to adulthood, your eyes have been almost this size since the beginning, witnessing your entire journey through life. And those eyes of yours blink in perfect coordination, but here's what's fascinating: when you look at an object, your eyes are never perfectly still. They make constant tiny movements called microsaccades, about 1 to 2 times per second. These movements are so small you're not aware of them, but they're essential for vision. Without these constant tiny movements, your vision would actually fade away. Your eyes must always be in motion, always dancing, even when you think you're staring at something still. Think now about your sense of touch, spread across every inch of your skin. You have approximately 20 different types of nerve endings in your skin, each specialized to detect different sensations, pressure, temperature, pain, vibration, and more. The most sensitive areas are your fingertips, lips, and tongue, while the least sensitive is the middle of your back. This is why a mosquito can land on your back without you noticing, but the slightest touch to your lips is immediately felt. Your body prioritizes sensitivity where you need it most. Your skin is also constantly communicating with your brain about the space around you. Even without touching something, your skin can sense nearby heat sources and air currents. This is why you can feel when someone is standing close to you, even if you can't see or hear them. Your skin reads the invisible, sensing the presence of others through the subtle changes in air and temperature. You are always reaching out beyond yourself, always sensing more than you realize. Let's journey inward now to your spleen, that often forgotten organ tucked beneath your ribs on the left side. Your spleen acts as a filter for your blood, removing old or damaged red blood cells. But it also serves as a reservoir, storing about a cup of extra blood that it can release when you need it, during exercise, injury, or any moment of physical stress. It's your body's emergency supply, quietly held in reserve, ready to help you in times of need. Even your organs know how to prepare, how to save for uncertain moments. Your spleen also plays a crucial role in your immune system, producing white blood cells and antibodies. It's part of your lymphatic system, a network of vessels and organs that parallels your bloodstream, carrying a clear fluid called lymph throughout your body. This lymph fluid contains infection-fighting white blood cells and helps remove toxins and waste. While your blood gets all the attention, your lymphatic system works just as tirelessly in the background, cleaning and protecting you. Consider now your metabolism, that invisible force that keeps you alive. Every cell in your body is constantly breaking down nutrients and building new molecules in a process called metabolism. Your basal metabolic rate, the energy you need just to stay alive while resting, accounts for about 60 to 75% of all the calories you burn each day. Right now, as you lie completely still, your body is burning energy to keep your heart beating, your lungs breathing, your brain thinking, your cells dividing. Being alive is active work, even in stillness. And here's something remarkable about your energy: the food you ate today will be completely transformed into energy, building blocks for new cells, and waste products. Nothing is truly destroyed, it's only changed. The atoms that were once part of your breakfast are now part of you, incorporated into your tissues, used as fuel for your thoughts, converted into warmth. You are constantly transforming matter into life, a personal alchemy happening every moment. Your body temperature regulation is part of this metabolic magic. When you're cold, your muscles can begin to shiver, rapid contractions that generate heat to warm you up. When you're hot, millions of sweat glands across your skin release moisture that evaporates and cools you down. You have between 2 and 4 million sweat glands, more than almost any other mammal. This impressive cooling system allows humans to run long distances without overheating, an evolutionary advantage that helped your ancestors survive and thrive. Your ability to sweat is actually one of your superpowers. Let yourself relax even more deeply now. Every system we've explored, your dreaming brain, your racing nerves, your dancing eyes, your sensitive skin, your filtering spleen, your transforming metabolism, all of these are working right now, in concert, creating the experience of being you. You don't have to direct them, manage them, or even understand them. They simply work, because that's what they were designed to do over millions of years of evolution. You are the beneficiary of an ancient inheritance, a body perfected through countless generations, refined by time itself. Rest in that knowledge. Rest in the certainty that your body knows how to be, how to heal, how to dream. The night welcomes you deeper still. Rest deeply now, as we continue this gentle wandering through the landscape of your body, discovering new marvels in the quiet darkness. Your body is largely made of water. About 60% of your total weight is simply H2O. You are, in essence, a walking ocean, with this water distributed throughout your cells, your blood, your tissues. This internal sea carries nutrients, regulates temperature, cushions your organs, and enables countless chemical reactions. The water in your body right now might have once been part of a cloud, a river, an ancient sea. You are connected through this water to every ocean that has ever existed, to every rain that has ever fallen. You are part of the great cycle of water that covers and sustains this planet. And that water helps create something remarkable, your saliva. Your mouth produces between 2 and 4 pints of saliva every single day. Over a lifetime, that's enough to fill 2 swimming pools. This isn't just water though. Your saliva contains enzymes that begin breaking down food the moment it enters your mouth, antibodies that fight bacteria, and minerals that protect your teeth. It's a sophisticated chemical mixture, produced constantly, often taken for granted, yet essential for digestion, speech, and oral health. Right now, as you rest with your mouth closed, saliva is pooling gently, protecting you even in silence. Let your jaw soften even more, and think about your teeth, those remarkable structures anchored in your jaw. Your tooth enamel is the hardest substance in your entire body, harder than your bones, harder than anything else you contain. It has to be, to withstand a lifetime of chewing. You'll take about 730,000 bites per year, millions of bites over your lifetime, and your enamel endures them all. Yet despite its incredible hardness, enamel cannot regenerate once it's damaged. It's one of the few parts of you that can't heal itself, which makes it all the more precious, a finite resource, protecting you every time you eat. Now, think about your neck, that elegant bridge between your head and body. Inside your neck, you have a voice box called the larynx, and within it sits a remarkable feature, your Adam's apple, which is actually just the front part of your thyroid cartilage. In men, it's usually more prominent, but everyone has one. This structure protects your vocal cords, and during puberty in boys, it grows larger, causing the voice to deepen. It's a visible marker of transformation, of the body changing itself to meet new phases of life. Deep in your neck and extending into your chest is your thyroid gland, a butterfly-shaped organ that weighs less than an ounce but wields enormous influence. This small gland produces hormones that regulate your metabolism, control your heart rate, influence your body temperature, and affect your energy levels. It's like a thermostat for your entire body, constantly adjusting and fine-tuning. When it works well, you barely notice it. But this tiny gland touches nearly every cell in your body with its chemical messages, orchestrating the pace of your life. Right next to your thyroid are 4 tiny glands called the parathyroid glands, each one about the size of a grain of rice. Despite their minuscule size, they're essential for regulating the calcium levels in your blood and bones. Calcium isn't just for strong bones, it's crucial for muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and blood clotting. These 4 tiny guardians ensure you have exactly the right amount of calcium circulating through you at all times, maintaining balance in the smallest measurements, precision at the molecular level. Let's travel now to your adrenal glands, 2 small triangular organs that sit atop your kidneys like little caps. Each one is only about the size of a walnut, but they produce over 50 different hormones, including adrenaline, the hormone that kicks in during moments of excitement or danger. These glands are your emergency response system, ready to flood your body with energy when needed. But right now, in this peaceful moment, they're quiet, allowing you to rest, conserving their power for when you truly need it. Your adrenal glands also produce cortisol, often called the stress hormone, but it does much more than just respond to stress. Cortisol helps you wake up in the morning, regulates your blood pressure, controls inflammation, and manages how your body uses carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. It follows a daily rhythm, highest in the morning to help you rise, lowest at night to help you sleep. Right now, your cortisol levels are at their quietest ebb, your body's way of telling you that this is time for rest, for restoration, for letting go. Think now about your pancreas, nestled behind your stomach, an organ about 6 inches long that serves two crucial functions. It produces digestive enzymes that break down the food you eat, but it also creates insulin and glucagon, hormones that regulate your blood sugar levels. Every time you eat, your pancreas responds, releasing exactly the right amount of insulin to help your cells absorb glucose for energy. It's constantly monitoring, constantly adjusting, keeping your blood sugar in a narrow, healthy range. This delicate balance happens automatically, a conversation between your pancreas and your cells that never stops. Your entire endocrine system, your thyroid, parathyroids, adrenals, pancreas, and other hormone-producing glands, works as a network of chemical communication. These hormones travel through your bloodstream, carrying messages from one part of your body to another. Unlike nerve signals that travel at 250 miles per hour, hormones move slowly, deliberately, creating changes that last minutes, hours, or even days. They're the slow currents beneath the fast waves, the deep rhythms that regulate growth, reproduction, mood, and energy. They shape who you are over time. And finally, consider your appendix, that small pouch attached to your large intestine. For years, people thought it was useless, a leftover from evolution with no purpose. But recent research suggests it may serve as a safe house for beneficial gut bacteria, a reservoir where good bacteria can shelter during illness, ready to repopulate your intestines once you recover. Even the parts of you once thought meaningless may have hidden purposes, quiet roles to play in your survival. Nothing in you is truly wasted, everything has its place in the grand design. Rest now in this understanding. Your body is a collection of systems within systems, backups and redundancies, checks and balances. Hormones and neurons, organs and glands, all speaking to each other in languages older than words. You don't need to understand these conversations, translate these messages, or direct these exchanges. They happen in the wise darkness of your body, guided by the accumulated intelligence of life itself. You are held, always, by this inner wisdom. You are cared for by forces you cannot see, protected by systems you'll never consciously control. Let that be your comfort as you drift deeper into rest. You are safe. You are whole. You are exactly what you need to be. The journey continues, ever gentler, into the heart of night. Breathe softly now, as we wander even deeper into the gentle mysteries that make you who you are. Let's visit your gallbladder, a small pear-shaped organ tucked beneath your liver. This humble organ stores bile, a greenish-yellow fluid produced by your liver that helps digest fats. Your gallbladder can hold about 50 milliliters of bile, releasing it into your small intestine whenever you eat fatty foods. It's a patient organ, storing and concentrating bile until the moment it's needed, then releasing it in perfect timing with your meals. Even in storage, there is purpose. Even in waiting, there is service. Now consider your intestines more deeply. Your large intestine, or colon, is about 5 feet long and its primary job is to absorb water from the waste material passing through it. It reclaims about a liter of water each day, returning it to your body, ensuring you don't become dehydrated. But here's something remarkable, your colon also produces certain vitamins, particularly vitamin K and some B vitamins, thanks to the billions of bacteria living there. You don't just digest food, you create nutrients through partnership with these microscopic allies. Think about your diaphragm now, that dome-shaped muscle that separates your chest from your abdomen. Every breath you take is powered by this muscle. When it contracts and moves downward, it creates space for your lungs to expand and fill with air. Your diaphragm moves up and down about 20,000 times each day, never tiring, never complaining. It's the quiet drummer keeping the rhythm of your life, the muscle you never think about but could not live without. Feel it now, rising and falling, that gentle wave beneath your ribs. Your lungs themselves hold another wonder. The air you breathe in is about 21% oxygen, but the air you breathe out still contains about 16% oxygen. Your body only uses about a quarter of the oxygen in each breath. This means that rescue breathing and CPR can work. The air you exhale still has enough oxygen to sustain another person's life. Even your breath, already used by you, contains the gift of life for others. You are always carrying more than you need, always capable of sharing. Let's drift now to your sense of balance, that invisible sixth sense. Deep in your inner ear are 3 semicircular canals filled with fluid and tiny hair cells. As you move your head, the fluid shifts, bending these hair cells, which send signals to your brain about your position and movement. This system is so sensitive that you can detect head rotations as small as a few degrees. It's what allows you to walk without falling, to know which way is up even with your eyes closed. Right now, even lying still, these sensors are active, confirming your position in space, anchoring you to the earth. Your balance system works in constant partnership with your eyes and the sensory nerves throughout your body, particularly in your feet and ankles. This is called proprioception, your body's awareness of where it is in space. You know where your hand is right now without looking at it. You know if your foot is flexed or pointed, if your head is tilted or straight. This sense is so natural, so constant, that you only notice it when it's disrupted, when your foot falls asleep or when you close your eyes and try to touch your nose. But it's always there, a silent map of your body held in your mind. Consider your reflexes now, those automatic responses that protect you. When a doctor taps your knee with a small hammer, your leg kicks out involuntarily. This is a reflex arc, a signal that travels from your knee to your spinal cord and back to your leg muscle without ever reaching your brain. It happens in about 50 milliseconds, faster than you can think. Your body has built-in responses, shortcuts that bypass conscious thought to keep you safe. You are protected not just by your awareness but by ancient, automatic wisdom. These reflexes extend throughout your body. Touch something sharp and your hand jerks away before you've consciously felt pain. Get something in your eye and you blink before you've decided to. Your body is always one step ahead, always anticipating, always protecting. You are guarded by instincts honed over millions of years, by reactions so deeply embedded they need no permission, no conscious approval. They simply act, and in acting, they keep you whole. Now let your mind settle on your bones once more, but this time consider their interior structure. Your bones aren't solid all the way through. They're composed of a dense outer layer and a spongy inner layer filled with bone marrow. This design makes them incredibly strong while keeping them lightweight. The lattice-like structure inside your bones is so efficient that engineers study it to design better buildings and bridges. Nature solved the engineering problem of strength versus weight millions of years ago, and the solution lives inside you, supporting every move you make. Within those engineered marvels, something else remarkable happens. Your bones act as a mineral bank, storing 99% of your body's calcium and 85% of its phosphorus. When your blood needs more calcium, your bones release it. When you have excess calcium, your bones store it. They're not just structural, they're actively participating in your body's chemistry, serving as both fortress and treasury, both framework and reserve. Your skeleton is alive, responsive, generous with its resources. And here's something to ponder as you settle deeper into rest. Your bones also produce a hormone called osteocalcin, which helps regulate blood sugar and fat deposition. For years, scientists thought bones were passive structures, but we now know they're active endocrine organs, sending chemical signals throughout your body. Even your skeleton speaks, communicates, influences systems far beyond itself. Every part of you is connected to every other part in ways science is only beginning to understand. Let yourself be held now by all these systems, your gallbladder storing bile, your colon reclaiming water, your diaphragm drumming its steady beat, your inner ear tracking your place in space, your reflexes standing guard, your bones banking minerals and whispering hormones into your blood. Each system has its role, its rhythm, its reason. Each one contributes to the extraordinary fact of your existence. You are complexity made simple. You are millions of processes appearing as one. You are the universe's way of knowing itself, of experiencing touch and taste and thought. And right now, in this moment, all of these systems are aligned in a single purpose, keeping you alive, keeping you whole, allowing you to rest. Trust them now. Trust the wisdom they carry. Trust the ancient knowledge encoded in every cell. Your body has brought you this far. It will carry you through the night and into tomorrow. Rest now. Rest deeply. The night embraces you, and so does your body, faithful companion on this long journey of being alive. The path winds on, peaceful and sure. Let the stillness deepen around you now, as we explore the final gentle mysteries of your remarkable body. Think for a moment about your nails, those thin, hard plates at the tips of your fingers and toes. Your fingernails grow about 3.5 millimeters per month, roughly 10 times faster than your toenails. It takes about 6 months for a fingernail to grow from base to tip, a slow but steady journey of growth happening at the edges of you. These nails are made of keratin, the same protein that forms your hair, and they serve not just as tools but as protection for the sensitive tips of your fingers. They've been with you since before birth, growing continuously, a quiet measure of time passing. Your nails also tell stories about your health. Changes in color, texture, or growth rate can signal various conditions throughout your body. Your nails are windows, in their way, revealing inner states through outer signs. Even the small crescent-shaped whitish area at the base of your nail, called the lunula, meaning little moon, is actually the visible part of your nail matrix, where new nail cells are born. You carry these little moons at your fingertips, constant companions in your daily touch with the world. Now, bring your awareness to your feet, those faithful foundations that carry you through life. Each foot contains 26 bones, 33 joints, and more than 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. That's a quarter of all the bones in your body, concentrated in your 2 feet. This complex architecture allows you to walk, run, jump, dance, and balance. Your feet are engineering marvels, capable of both strength and delicate adjustment, able to bear enormous weight while sensing the smallest pebble beneath them. The soles of your feet contain more sweat glands than almost anywhere else on your body, about 250,000 per foot. This is why feet can become so damp in shoes. But this isn't a flaw, it's a feature. The moisture helps create grip, prevents slipping, and helps regulate temperature. Your feet have been touching the earth for your entire life, connecting you to the ground, receiving information about terrain and temperature, anchoring you in physical reality. Even now, at rest, they remember every step you've ever taken. Let's turn our attention to your sense of smell once more, but from a different angle. Your nose can detect certain substances in concentrations as low as 1 part per trillion. That's like detecting a single drop of liquid in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. This extraordinary sensitivity is why certain smells can be overwhelming, why perfume lingers, why you can smell rain before it arrives. Your nose is sampling the air constantly, reading invisible chemical messages, translating molecules into meaning. And here's something profound: smell is the only sense directly connected to the limbic system, the emotional center of your brain. This is why scents can trigger such powerful memories and emotions, why the smell of cookies might instantly transport you to your grandmother's kitchen, why certain perfumes can make you think of specific people. Your sense of smell bypasses the logical parts of your brain and speaks directly to your emotions and memories. It's your most primitive sense, your most honest one. Consider now your tear ducts, those tiny openings in the corners of your eyes. You produce 3 types of tears: basal tears that constantly lubricate your eyes, reflex tears that wash away irritants, and emotional tears that flow when you cry. But here's what's fascinating: emotional tears have a different chemical composition than the other two types. They contain higher levels of stress hormones and natural painkillers. When you cry from emotion, you're literally releasing stress chemicals from your body. Tears aren't weakness, they're chemistry, they're cleansing, they're your body's way of restoring balance. You produce about 15 to 30 gallons of tears every year, most of them the basal tears that keep your eyes moist and protected. These tears contain enzymes that fight bacteria, keeping your eyes safe from infection. Every time you blink, you're spreading this protective layer across your eyes, maintaining clarity, preventing dryness. Your tears are a thin shield between you and the world, constantly renewed, constantly defending. Let's journey now to your vocal cords and the miracle of speech. When you speak, air from your lungs causes your vocal cords to vibrate between 100 and 1,000 times per second, depending on the pitch of your voice. But creating sound is only the beginning. Your lips, tongue, teeth, and palate then shape that sound into recognizable words. The human capacity for speech involves coordinating over 100 muscles, in your chest, throat, face, and mouth, all working in precise synchronization. Every sentence you speak is a symphony of muscle movement, breath control, and timing. Human language is unique in the animal kingdom. While other species communicate, humans can create an essentially infinite number of sentences from a finite set of sounds and rules. You learn this astonishing skill as a child, absorbing the patterns of language around you, and now you can express thoughts, feelings, and ideas that have never been expressed before in exactly that way. Your voice is not just sound, it's the physical manifestation of consciousness, thought made tangible through vibration and breath. Now, think about your capacity for healing. When you cut your skin, a complex cascade of events begins immediately. Blood vessels constrict to slow bleeding. Platelets rush to the scene and stick together, forming a clot. White blood cells arrive to fight infection. New skin cells begin multiplying to close the gap. This entire process happens automatically, without your conscious direction. Your body knows how to repair itself, how to close wounds, how to restore wholeness. You carry within you the power of regeneration. This healing extends beyond cuts. Broken bones mend themselves, becoming even stronger at the break point. Damaged liver tissue regenerates. Strained muscles rebuild. Throughout your life, your body has been healing countless small injuries you never even noticed: paper cuts, scraped cells in your digestive tract, bruised tissues, strained fibers. You are always healing, always mending, always working toward wholeness. Even when you feel broken, your body is quietly, persistently putting itself back together. Let this knowledge settle over you like a blanket. You are self-repairing, self-regulating, self-renewing. From the nails growing at your fingertips to the tears protecting your eyes, from the bones supporting your weight to the voice expressing your thoughts, from the feet connecting you to earth to the nose reading the air, every part of you is designed for life, for continuation, for resilience. You have survived every challenge you've faced. Your body has carried you through every difficult moment, every illness, every injury, every heartbreak. It has never given up on you. It is not giving up on you now. It is here, faithful and constant, doing what it has always done, keeping you alive, keeping you whole, keeping you moving forward. Rest in that faithfulness. Rest in that constancy. Your body is your oldest friend, your most loyal companion. It asks only that you trust it, that you let it do what it knows how to do. And what it knows, right now, is that you need rest. So rest. Let go. Allow the night to hold you. Allow your body to restore itself in the darkness, to heal what needs healing, to strengthen what needs strengthening. You are safe. You are held. You are exactly where you need to be. The journey is nearly complete, but the wonder never ends. Settle even more deeply now, as we approach the end of our journey together, discovering the last gentle truths about this vessel you call home. Let's begin with something extraordinary about your memory. Your brain can store an estimated 2.5 petabytes of information. That's roughly equivalent to 3 million hours of television. If your brain were a digital video recorder, it could hold recordings running continuously for more than 300 years. Every face you've seen, every word you've read, every sunset you've witnessed, all stored somewhere in that 3-pound universe inside your skull. Not all of it is easily accessible, but it's there, woven into the fabric of who you are. You carry within you a library of lived experience, vast and intricate. And the way your brain creates memories is itself remarkable. Memories aren't stored in a single location like files on a computer. Instead, each memory is distributed across different regions of your brain. The visual cortex holds what you saw, the auditory cortex holds what you heard, the emotional centers hold what you felt. When you recall a memory, your brain reassembles it from these scattered pieces, reconstructing the past and the present moment. Every memory is a creative act, a story your brain tells itself, slightly different each time it's remembered. Now, consider your sense of time. Deep in your brain, in a region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, sits your master biological clock. This tiny cluster of about 20,000 neurons regulates your circadian rhythm, your internal sense of day and night. It's synchronized by light entering your eyes, but it can maintain its roughly 24-hour cycle even in complete darkness. This is why jet lag feels so disorienting. Your internal clock is out of sync with the external world. But right now, in the darkness of night, your clock knows exactly where you are in the day's cycle, preparing your body for the deepest rest. Your body also has an incredible awareness of space that we haven't fully explored yet. Throughout your body, you have mechanoreceptors, sensory neurons that detect mechanical pressure and distortion. Some of these are so sensitive they can detect a displacement of less than 1 micrometer, that's 1/1000th of a millimeter. This is why you can feel the lightest touch, why you can sense when a single hair on your arm is moved. Your body is exquisitely attuned to the physical world, reading it in measurements almost too small to imagine. Think about your growth, the remarkable journey from infant to adult. During your first year of life, your brain tripled in size. In your early years, you were creating 2 million new neural connections every single second. By age 3, your brain had reached about 80% of its adult size, even though your body was still tiny. This rapid development in childhood is why early experiences shape us so profoundly. Your brain was building itself based on what it encountered, wiring itself for the world it found itself in. But growth doesn't stop in childhood. Throughout your life, your brain retains neuroplasticity, the ability to form new neural connections and even generate new neurons in certain regions. Learning a new skill, practicing a musical instrument, studying a language, these activities physically change your brain, creating new pathways, strengthening connections. You are never finished developing. You are always capable of growth, of change, of becoming something new. The brain you have today is not the brain you had last year, and it won't be the brain you have next year. Let's return to your senses one final time. Your body has sensory receptors that you're rarely conscious of, receptors that monitor your blood pressure, the acidity of your blood, the stretch of your bladder, the fullness of your stomach. These interoceptors constantly send information to your brain about your internal state. This is how you know when you're hungry, thirsty, tired, or need to use the bathroom. You don't just sense the external world, you sense yourself, constantly monitoring, constantly aware at a level beneath consciousness. This internal awareness extends to your emotions as well. What you experience as a feeling, joy, sadness, fear, love, is partly a reading of your body state. Your heart rate changes, your breathing shifts, your muscles tense or relax, hormones flood your system, and your brain interprets all these signals as emotion. You don't just feel emotions in your mind, you feel them in your body, because emotions are physical experiences, chemical and electrical events that ripple through every part of you. Consider now your genome, the complete set of DNA instructions that make you uniquely you. You have about 20,000 to 25,000 genes, but here's what's humbling: you share about 99.9% of your DNA with every other human on Earth. That entire rich diversity of humanity, every different face, body type, personality, talent, comes from variations in just 0.1% of our genetic code. We are all far more similar than we are different. At the molecular level, every human is your relative, your kin, your family. And yet, that tiny fraction of difference makes you incomparably unique. The combination of genes, their expression, your experiences, your environment, all of this together creates someone who has never existed before and will never exist again. You are a one-time event in the history of the universe, a unique configuration of matter and energy that is aware of itself, that can think, feel, dream, and wonder. You are simultaneously ordinary, made of common elements, governed by universal laws, and extraordinary, utterly irreplaceable. Finally, let's end where we began, with breath. The average person takes about 8 million breaths per year, 640 million over an 80-year lifetime. Each breath connects you to the atmosphere, that thin envelope of gases that makes life possible on this planet. The oxygen you breathe in right now may have been breathed by someone 100 years ago, 1,000 miles away. The carbon dioxide you breathe out will be absorbed by plants, converted back to oxygen, breathed by someone else tomorrow. You are not separate from the world, you are in constant exchange with it, part of an endless cycle of breath that connects every living thing. And so our journey comes full circle. We began with stardust and breath, and we return to breath and connection. You have traveled through your body tonight, visiting organs and cells, systems and senses, discovering the quiet miracles happening every moment inside you. You are vast and intricate, strong and delicate, ancient and brand new. As you drift now towards sleep, carry with you this knowledge: you are wonderfully made. Every part of you has purpose, every system has wisdom, every cell carries within it the accumulated intelligence of billions of years of life. You don't need to understand it all, control it all, or even think about it all. Your body knows what to do. It knows how to sleep, how to dream, how to restore itself in the darkness. It knows how to wake tomorrow, ready to carry you through another day. It has always known. It will always know. Trust it now. Surrender to its care. Let go of the day, let go of worry, let go of everything except this breath, this moment, this peaceful darkness. You are held by the universe that made you. You are cradled by the ancient rhythms of life itself. You are exactly what you need to be, exactly where you need to be. Rest now, dear traveler. Rest deeply and completely. The journey is done. The night is yours. Sleep comes gently, like an old friend returning home. And you are home. You have always been home. Right here, in this body, in this moment, in this breath. Peace. Let the night wrap around you now, as we drift through these final moments together, uncovering the last beautiful secrets your body holds. Think about your mitochondria, those tiny powerhouses inside almost every cell of your body. You have quadrillions of them, and they're remarkable because they have their own DNA, separate from the DNA in your cell nucleus. Scientists believe mitochondria were once independent organisms that merged with our cells billions of years ago in a partnership that made complex life possible. Every mitochondrion in your body came from your mother. They're passed down only through the maternal line. You carry within you an unbroken chain of mothers stretching back to the dawn of humanity, encoded in these microscopic engines that power your life. These mitochondria produce a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the energy currency of your cells. Your body produces and recycles approximately your own body weight in ATP every single day. Right now, even as you rest, your mitochondria are working tirelessly, converting oxygen and nutrients into usable energy, powering every thought, every heartbeat, every breath. You are constantly burning and rebuilding, transforming and renewing, in an endless cycle of energy exchange. Now, let your awareness settle on your blood vessels again, but consider them differently. Your capillaries, the smallest blood vessels, are so narrow that red blood cells must pass through them single file. These tiny vessels are only about 5 to 10 micrometers in diameter, and their walls are just 1 cell thick. This extraordinary thinness allows oxygen and nutrients to pass easily from your blood into your tissues. It's at this microscopic level, in billions of capillaries throughout your body, that the real work of circulation happens, the quiet exchange that keeps every cell alive. Your body also maintains a delicate pH balance in your blood, keeping it at approximately 7.4, slightly alkaline. Even a small deviation from this can be dangerous, so your body has multiple backup systems to maintain it. Your lungs help by controlling carbon dioxide levels, your kidneys adjust by secreting or retaining acids and bases, and your blood itself contains buffers that resist pH changes. This is homeostasis at its finest, countless systems working together to maintain stability in an ever-changing environment. Your body is constantly adjusting, constantly balancing, maintaining harmony in the face of chaos. Consider your collagen now, the most abundant protein in your body, making up about 30% of all your protein. Collagen is what gives your skin its structure and elasticity, what makes your tendons strong, what cushions your joints. It's in your bones, your blood vessels, your corneas, your teeth. It's the scaffolding that holds you together, the framework upon which everything else is built. Your body produces collagen naturally, though production slows as you age. Still, right now, fibroblast cells throughout your body are quietly assembling collagen molecules, maintaining you, repairing you, keeping your structure sound. Think about your cerebellum, that portion of your brain at the base of your skull, just above where your spine meets your head. Though it makes up only about 10% of your brain's volume, it contains more than 50% of your brain's neurons, over 40 billion of them. The cerebellum coordinates your movements, maintains your balance, and helps you learn motor skills. When you first learned to ride a bike or write your name, your cerebellum was intensely active, forming new pathways. Now, those movements feel automatic because your cerebellum has stored them, freeing your conscious mind for other things. It works in silence, this dense cluster of neurons, orchestrating grace and coordination without ever asking for recognition. Let's consider your pupils now, those dark circles at the center of your eyes. They dilate and constrict constantly in response to light, but they also respond to your emotions. When you see something interesting, beautiful, or emotionally arousing, your pupils dilate, sometimes by as much as 45%. This happens unconsciously, beyond your control. Your eyes literally open wider when you encounter something meaningful, as if trying to take in more of what moves you. Your body responds to beauty, to interest, to love, with physical changes you can't fake or hide. And here's something touching about human eyes. They're one of the few features that remain nearly the same size from birth to death. A baby's eyes are about 16.5 millimeters in diameter, and an adult's are only about 24 millimeters. They grow only about 50% larger, unlike the rest of your body, which increases many times in size. This is why photographs of yourself as a baby still look recognizably like you. Your eyes, those windows that have witnessed your entire life, have remained essentially the same, constant witnesses to all you've experienced. Think now about your body's electromagnetic field. Your heart generates the strongest electromagnetic field in your body, one that can be measured several feet away. Every heartbeat creates electrical waves that ripple outward, and sensitive equipment can detect this field extending beyond your skin. Some researchers believe we can unconsciously sense these fields in others, that our hearts are communicating in ways we don't fully understand. You are not just flesh and bone, you are also energy, vibration, waves moving through space, affecting and being affected by the world around you. Your body also produces bioluminescence, you literally glow, emitting photons of light. This light is about 1,000 times weaker than what your eyes can detect, so you can't see it, but it's there. It's produced as a byproduct of biochemical reactions in your cells. The glow is strongest in the late afternoon and lowest at night, following your circadian rhythm. You are, quite literally, a being of light, glowing softly in the darkness, a small star in your own right, burning with the fire of life. Finally, consider this: every 7 years, most of the atoms in your body will have been replaced. The carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen that make up your tissues are constantly being exchanged with the environment through eating, breathing, and metabolism. The physical substance of you is not permanent, it's a river, always flowing, always changing, always becoming. The you of 7 years ago no longer exists in a physical sense. The you of 7 years from now will be made of different atoms, different molecules, different matter. And yet, you persist. Through all this change, through all this flux, there is continuity. There is you, your memories, your consciousness, your sense of self. You are not your atoms. You are the pattern, the process, the dance of energy and information that maintains itself through constant transformation. You are like a flame, which is not the wax or the wick but the ongoing process of burning, the continuous transformation of matter into light and heat. This is the final truth of your body: you are not a thing but a happening, not an object but an event. You are a verb, not a noun, a flowing, growing, changing process that has been unfolding since the moment you were conceived and will continue until your last breath. And even then, the atoms that made you will continue their journey, becoming part of other lives, other stories, other dances. So rest now in this knowledge. You are temporary and eternal, changing and constant, matter and energy, flesh and spirit. You are the universe experiencing itself, a brief crystallization of stardust into awareness, into feeling, into being. You have traveled far tonight, through the landscape of your own body, discovering wonders in every corner. You have seen that you are miraculous, that every breath is a gift, that every heartbeat is a promise kept. As sleep takes you now, let go of everything except gratitude. Gratitude for this body that has carried you through every day of your life. Gratitude for the systems that work without your asking. Gratitude for the miracle of being alive, here, now, in this moment. You are enough. You have always been enough. You will always be enough. Sleep now, deeply and peacefully. Dream the dreams your brain needs to dream. Let your body do its quiet work of restoration. Trust the ancient wisdom that flows through every cell. The night holds you gently. The universe cradles you tenderly. You are safe. You are loved. You are home. Rest now, traveler. Your journey is complete. And tomorrow, when you wake, you will begin again, this endless miracle of being alive, of being you, of being a temporary pattern in the eternal dance of existence. For now, simply be. Simply breathe. Simply rest. All is well. All has always been well. All will always be well. Peace, dear one. Peace.